Hey guys, I am so excited you're here. So today we are going to talk about recruiting timelines and why coaches can't talk to you sometimes and why they can talk to you other times, and just the different types of periods that are set within the NCAA calendar. So to do this, I'm going to break this up into two sections because I'm going to talk about two main different divisions within the NCAA. So if you're still confused about the different types of divisions, the NCAA, the NAIA, the NJCAA, then make sure you click on that bell because next video, I'm going to be breaking down the divisions and helping you better understand what each division has to offer you. But let's dive into this now. So in the NCAA Division I, the calendar that they have out is for the 2020/2021 season. So that is the dates I'm going to show you. It is a great baseline because their dates are typically scheduled around certain things. So they're typically the same thing, but you know how dates on a calendar change. So the dates themselves will change within this next calendar. It just hasn't been released yet. So I'm using the tools I have to share and teach you what they mean. Okay, so the first dates on the NCAA Division I calendar is August 1st to August 31st. So this is the first quiet period. So a quiet period means that the coach cannot talk to a recruit off campus. So a recruit can come on campus and talk to them face to face. And if they are a recruiting age, they can have recruiting contact, but there can be no off contact conversation. That includes emails, phone calls, text messages, DMs, social media contact. None of that can happen within the first quiet period. So that first quiet period is August 1st to August 31st. The next dates on the calendar are September 1st to November 30th. So this is a contact period. So if you'll remember from the last video that we did right here, the contact period is the amount of time is the time that a coach is allowed to contact either the parent or guardian and student athlete. So within this contact period, so September 1st to November 30th, there is an exception in there. So the exception in there for this year was November 9th through the 12th. This is a dead period. The reason behind this dead period is because this is the time of the signing of the National Letter of Intent. So this is kind of the NCAA's way of saying like, hey, let these recruits chill for a little bit and really think and process this before the signing of the National Letter of Intent. Also a way to make sure that no colleges sweep in at the last minute and say, hey, I have a better offer before anyone else gets to know that they've made this offer for you. So this is the dead period within that contact period. So dead period of November 9th to November 12th. The next dates on the calendar are from December 1st to January 31st. This is another quiet period. So it's another time where there can't be phone conversations, email conversations. Everything has to be on campus and in person. There are two exceptions though. So the first exception is for 2-year athletes. So athletes that'll be coming from a junior college that will be going into a 4-year college. If they are at the American Volleyball Coaches Association award banquet and that coach happens to be there, then they can have contact but no recruitment conversations. So again, if both of those terms are new to you, make sure you watch this video because I explain both of those. So the second exception within this quiet period is centered around the national championship. So this year it was December 17th to the 20th. So this is a time that they allow for an evaluation period. So a lot of times during this time, college coaches will be traveling. And if they are traveling and they're at that national championship, they can go within a 30-mile radius for an evaluation of a player. So they can watch them play or practice. So this is a really huge opportunity if the national championships are going to be around you and you're going to be at a club tournament or practicing. This is a time that they could evaluate you within a quiet period. So that's a really cool tool. And then the next set of dates on the D1 calendar is from February 1st to July 31st. So this is a contact period. This is when heavy hitting recruiting typically happens for athletes, especially the athletes that are just reaching that recruiting age within the summer. So there are, again, 2 exceptions within this. So the first one is the quiet period that is February 1st to February 11th. And then the next one is May 1st through June 3rd. So both of these are quiet periods within that contact period. Now let's talk about Division 2. So Division 2 is a little more open in terms of quiet periods, dead periods, and evaluation periods. Their biggest thing is the dead period that is centered around that timing of the signing of the national letter of intent. They're very specific on like the times of day that an athlete can even be contacted. So it is centered around being 48 hours prior to 7 a.m. of the day of signing of the national letter of intent. Like, they're very specific. So their only dead period for the NCAA Division II is, for this last year, was November 8th through November 10th. So for NCAA Division III, there aren't a ton of restrictions, mostly because their scholarship setup is a little bit different. And guess what? We'll talk about that in another video. So they're pretty much open. They're pretty lenient on how they can do it. NJCAA has different divisions within their own system, and they do have recruiting rules, but they're much more lax than NCAA Division I. So once you know which division you're going to be going to, you can go to their websites, their sources, and look for their calendars, or, just comment below and ask, and I can let you know. So if you are like, this was awesome information, I am so excited to know this, but now you have a little bit more questions on the different types of divisions, then make sure you hit that bell so that you know when the next video comes out, because I'm going to be talking about just that, different types of divisions within the world of college volleyball. See you next time.